So what are strings? Strings in Python are text surrounded by either single quotation marks or double quotation marks. So for example, in this first hello, it is surrounded by single quotation marks, which is same as the second hello, which is surrounded by double quotation marks. And if I want to print the output, or if I want to see the output, I will write as print function. I will write it with the help of print function. So for example, if I want to print hello, I will write print and in brackets, in either single quotation marks or in either double quotation marks, I will write hello. So print, and I am with double inverted commas, I will write hello. So they both give me the same output as hello. So if I run this program, I will get my output as hello. Now, if I want to assign my string to a variable, it will be done with the help of variable name followed by an equal sign and the string. So for example, if I want to store my name in a variable, I will simply write as name. So name here is a variable followed by an equal sign, and in double inverted commas, I will mention my string. So here I will mention Khushal. And if I want to print the variable, or if I want to see the output, I will write print, and in brackets I will mention my variable name, which is name here. So I will simply write name, and if I run this program, my output will be Khushal, because here name is calling this Khushal, because Khushal is stored in name. So it will print the output as Khushal. So next is a multi-line string. If we want to store multi-line string in a variable, it is either done by triple, double quotes, or by using 3 single quotes. So for example, here txt is a variable in which I want to store some multiple text or multiple line text. So I will use triple double quotes, and I will write I am going. And if I want to print the output, I will write print, and in brackets I will call my variable which is txt. So if I run this program, so in this result, the line breaks are inserted in the same position as in the code. You can see that. So in this output, the line breaks are inserted at the same position as in the code. We can also use triple single quotes. So I am going. So if I run this program again, it will be the same as using the double inverted commas or double quotation marks. So next is how to access a single element in a string. So square brackets can be used to access elements of the string. So for example, if I have a variable, for example, txt text, txt is a variable here, and I have the value which is KHUSHAL Khushal. And if I want to print, so for example, if I want to print the whole Khushal, I will write it as print and I will call my variable which is txt. So here I will write txt. So if I run this program, it will print whole Khushal, the value Khushal. But instead I want a single character, I want a single element, which is for example S. I only want S. So for printing the S, we have to know the indexing first. So what is indexing? So indexing is the location of the each element. So for example, my value is Khushal. So the value is Khushal. So K H U S H A L Khushal. So in this, the first character is in 0th position. I mean 0th indexing. Second position is in 1 position. So this is second position, third position, fourth position, fifth position, and sixth position. So remember that the position in programming language starts with 0. So if I want to print only S, I have to call this 3 index number. So if I want to print this A, I will call 5. So here I want to print S, so I will mention in square brackets the index number. The index number is 3. So if I run this program, my output will be only S and not the full value. So let's see another example. If I want the value is Khushal, KHUSHAL, and I want to print this H, only this H. So what is the index number of this H? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the index number of this element is 4. So just I have to mention this 4 index number in this bracket, and it will print this H. And remember that we also have the negative indexing here. So the negative indexing I mean that L will be -1, A will be -2, H will be -3, -4, -5, and so on, -6 and -7. So if I want to print this H, I can either mention this 4 or I can either mention this -3 in the brackets. So let's see. First of all, I will mention here 4. So it will give me my output as H. And if I mention -3 here, it will also give me the same result as H. So there is a positive indexing and there is a negative indexing. So this is how we access the single character in a string. So my next topic is slicing. So in slicing, you can return a range of characters by using the slice syntax. So you just need to specify the start index and the end index +1 separated by a colon to return a part of the string. So why end +1? Because the end index will not consider itself. So if I want, so for example, I have a value here which is Khushal, Khushal, and if I want to print from this H to this H, remember the indexing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want from this to this H, but the last index will not consider itself. So I will write till 5. So my output will be from this index 1 to this index which is 4. So my output will be hush. So 1 to 5. So just I have to mention here the start index and the end index, which is 5, separated by a colon. So my output will be, so if I run this program, my output will be hush. Let's see some another example with the same value, which is text, which is Khushal here. So KHUSHAL, and I want to print this SHAL. So remember the indexing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will start from 3 and I need this L. So I will mention a special index which is 7. So then it will give me till 6 because 7 will not consider itself. So I have to write just from 3 to 7. So starting index is 3 and ending index is 7 and separated by a colon. So my output will be, if I run this program, my output will be SHAL. For example, if I take here 6, it will give me, if I run this program, it will give me SHA. Because 6, this index is not including itself. Okay, so here if I remove the last index, it will be by default till the last. So if I will not mention my last index, it will take up to the last. And suppose that I will give my last index as 5, but I will not give my first index. So it will start from the starting. It will take from the start and it will print khush. And if I remove both first and last index, it will print from by default from the start and end at the last. So it will print the whole value as it is. Okay. So for example, if I by mistake, or let's see the example here. So the value is Khushal. And I want the output as SUH, the backward indexing. So you guess that. Let's see the indexing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you think that it will be like from 3 to 0 because I want SUH because 3 is the first index and it will go to 0. So if I write this as 3 from 3 to 0, it will give me nothing because backward slicing in Python is not possible at all. So it will give me the blank output. So we can only do the forward slicing as from 0 2, 3. So what will be the output? From 0 to 3, 0, 1, 2, okay, 3 will not be included, so my output will be Khu. If I run this program, the output will be KHU. So this is slicing. In slicing, you are returning a range of characters. So our next topic is to find the length of a string. So to get a length of a string or to count the number of characters in a string, we use the length function. So here, if I want to count the number of characters in my text or in my string, I will write print, because I want to print the output. I will use the length function. So len length function, and in round brackets I will mention my variable name, which is txt. So I will mention here txt, and it will give me the length. So how the length will be calculated? It will be calculated as simple. For example, the text is KHUSHAL. So it will count it simply as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the rule of indexing is not applied here. It will not start from 0. Instead, it will start from 1. So my len function will give me the output. It will count the number of elements in a string. The total number of elements in my string is 7. So if I run this program, it will give me the output as 7. So if I write the another example as khushalpathak, it will also count the space. So the value is Khushal, 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 with space, and Pathak, PATHAK. So the counting will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So the output will be 14 here. So if I run this program, it will give me my output as 14. So this is how we can find the length of a string. So next is strip method. The strip method removes any white spaces from the beginning or the end. So if I put any white spaces here and white spaces here, and if I run this program, if I will print the value by using the variable, and if I run this program, it will print the space as it is, but I don't want this space here. So I will write txt, which is my variable, and I will use my method, which is strip. So dot strip strip method followed by brackets. So if I run this program here, it will strip any white spaces from the beginning and at the end. So strip method is used to remove any white spaces from the beginning or from the end. The next method is lower method. So the lower method returns my text in lowercase. So the lower method returns my string or my text as lowercase. So for example, if I write here in capital KHUSHAL Khushal, and I will write here txt, which is my variable, and dot lower followed by brackets. So it will return my output as in lowercase. So the lower method will return the string in lower case. Now next is upper method. So in upper method, it returns the string in uppercase. So for example, if I write here KHUSS Khushal in lower case, and if I mention here my upper method upper upper method followed by brackets, and if I run this program, it will give me my output as in uppercase. So the upper method returns the string in uppercase. So the next is, if I want to check if a certain phrase or character is present in my text or string. So for that, we have to use the keyword in or not in. So for example, I have a text here. I am Khushal. I am going to market. And I want to find that whether Khushal is present in my phrase or not. So I will take a variable, for example x, in which I will write to check that KHUSS Khushal in the variable txt. So if I print the variable now, which is x, it will give my output as true or false. It will give me my output in Boolean form, which is true or false. So in the example, Khushal is present in my phrase. So if I run this program, it will give me the output as true because Khushal is present in my phrase. So if I write Kunal is present or not in my text, and if I run this program, it will give me my output as false because Kunal is not present in this phrase. So on the contrary, if I want to check if any text or character is not present in my variable, I will write not in. So here Kunal is not present in Khushal or in this variable, which is true. So it will give me my output as true. And if I mention here Khushal, so Khushal is present in this variable txt, but I am mentioning it is not present. So it will give me the output as false. So in this, if I want to check if a certain phrase or character is present in a string or in my text, we can use the keyword in or not in for that. So next is, if I want to combine or if I want to concatenate two strings, I need to use the plus operator. So if I have, for example, first first name is equal to KHUSHAL Khushal, and last name LAST last name is equal to Pathak. So here I have two variables. First one is first name and second one is last name. So to concatenate or to combine these two strings, I have to use the plus operator. So I will take the third variable, for example, full name equal to, and I will add first name plus last name, and I will print the variable which is full name. So it will give, so if I run the program, the output will be khushalpathak. So notice there is no space here. So if I want the space here, I can put space here, or either, so if I put space here and if I run this program, so it will give me output as Khushal space Pathak. And I can also do like this. I can give space here also, and if I run the program, it will give me the same result as Khushal space Pathak. And the third thing which I can do is I can use like this. In double inverted commas, I will give the space here. So if I run this program again, the output will be Khushal, because first name is calling, because here the first name is calling Khushal, then it is printing a space, and then it is printing the last name, and last name is calling Pathak. So it will give me output as Khushal, then space, then Pathak. So to combine or to concatenate two strings, you have to use the plus operator. So I hope you all, and especially the beginners, will now understand how strings work in Python. And thank you for your support. Jai Hind.